Welcome to another podcast of the current situation at Manchester United. As you guys know, I am not doing as much videos as I used to because I'm enrolled in college. I'm on my last stretch in college in my last year, so I have to invest a good amount of minutes in my schoolwork and assignments. So yes, it's kind of a detriment to some of you guys that watch videos. I know my videos are not frequently watched and viewed, but I still try to put out as much content as I can for those guys that watch a video. So I'm just putting the video out there so and follow with me. So whoever wants to watch it watches it. Who wants to not watch it doesn't watch it, and that's very fine because everybody has their preferences, right? But I have time to play the fool today, so I'm going to invest some time today to do this video podcast for you guys. Where should I start? Okay, like I told you guys in the preview, not in the preview, in the post match of the Tottenham game, I told you guys that in the as some guys would call it, the El Sacico, that Nuno was a dead man walking. I knew after that result he was not going to retain and maintain his services as the Tottenham's manager. I just maybe it's just we bro and I have the spirit of not the spirit but the gift of seeing visions, but I could actually sense that he was going to get sacked. I could see that he was going to get sacked, and yeah, my man got sacked, man. He because not to get this. Yes, I've been on that rock. Yes, I'm kind of behind the eight ball. Yes, I'm using Safari and Internet Explorer. So I'm kind of late. So I'm kind of late. I know that, but I'm trying to build up to the Manchester City and Manchester United game. So there's a few blocks I have to cover first. But the main reason why he was sacked, because you could get a feeling that he was not on the same wavelength with the players of Tottenham. Like you could tell from his body language how he was communicating. My man was just like he was just sulking, he was just pouting. I mean, he took off their best player that was in the first half. Their shining light in the first half, which was Lucas, was beating players. He was creating chances. Yeah, and he took him off in the first minutes of the second half. And persons that were Tottenham fans were like, okay, this dude needs to go. Yes, he got play of the month. Yes, he beat Manchester City by 1 goal at the Etihad Stadium. But this dude needs to be removed from Tottenham because we are getting trashed in our own stadium. So that was the main talking. Now Conte has been appointed. So Conte is off, is not on our to-do list as the next manager. So with that being said, Tottenham has a very good manager in their own hands now. So yeah, Tottenham, and the type of manager that Tottenham is getting with Antonio Conte is not a manager that takes foolishness. So they have to wise up a bit. If he wants a transfer, they have to put pennies together and put all their pockets together and try to finance that transfer. He's not taking no foolishness. Anybody that knows the services of Antonio Conte, yeah. But anyway, let's bring this back to Manchester United because I am 4 minutes in just like that. And Manchester United had a game in the Champions League. I watched that game. I watched that game. I should have done a preview for that, but yeah, man, I'm lazy, bro. But so I'll admit defeat to that. But in terms of the Champions League game against Atalanta away from home, we had a few issues in terms of our defense, and we reverted back to the three at the back with Bay coming into the side, which kind of caught me off guard a bit, considering that he hasn't played a lot of games. I don't think he has played any games prior to him starting against Atalanta this season. So this was just a surprising moment for me. And in that game, in that game, in that game, we were defensively shaky. We were defensively shaky. Varane came back into the mix. Got an injury, unfortunately. Greenwood came on because we're away one goal behind through Ilicic, which that I know the conditions were not very good, but David De Gea should have saved that. David De Gea should have saved that, and we fell short of that. So you could say that Atalanta drew first blood, and Ronaldo, being the clutch player that he is, he rescued us to equalize before the first half was finished. And the balance of play, Pogba. Here's the thing about Paul Pogba, man. As great as a midfielder Paul Pogba is, there are a lot of players that are very talented for their own good. They are very talented for their own good, meaning that there are some players that they will try the unusual or the unconventional in certain situations where, as an average player, you would just clear out the ball out of a stressful situation. Pogba, this is not the first time this has happened to Pogba now, because it happened to Liverpool against Liverpool, which led to Salah scoring. Pogba was in a stressful situation to clear the ball or to just boot the ball, hoof the ball upfield. But given that he's confident in his abilities to come out of that situation, because he's done it numerous amount of times, but he's also fell short of also conceding when he lost possession. I think the same thing happened. Yeah, the same thing happened between France and Switzerland in the quarterfinals. That's why Switzerland equalized to make it 3-3 because of Pogba's was disposed of the ball. So Pogba, I think he needs to work on his discipline in terms of passing the ball. Yes, he's a very great creative midfielder, but just pass off the ball, bro. Do not put pressure on your own defense. I am a nobody telling you this, but still, bro, I think even a baby can tell that. Yo, do not take matters into your own hands in that situation. Just clear off the ball or just pass it to someone that has a better opportunity to pass it forward. So yeah, man. Although it didn't score, but that and of course Ronaldo equalized. He's just a clutch player, man. He's our best player. 9 goals in 10 appearances this season in our competition. He's just our best player so far in our competitions. What I wanted to say. Well, I'm kind of stuck. Oh yes. So we have the Manchester Derby looking forward towards. It just shows you that we are in a period where we need a lot of points to gradually advance up the tree in the table, and to be doing that, we need to be winning our games. That the games that are in front of us. We're not we're not out of hold on. We're not really, I don't think we have fully qualified for the round of 16 as yet. So we have to catch up on that in our remaining games. In terms of the Manchester Derby, the big match itself, Pep Guardiola has he's been saying a few comments lately in terms of Ronaldo and his impact when he came back to Manchester United, and him not getting Ronaldo in the summer. And I'm paraphrasing that, but he's basically saying that a player of Ronaldo's standing, of course, he's an elite level, legendary goal scorer. Everybody knows this. Your baby mama knows this, your sister knows this, your parents know this. Everybody knows this. CR7 is probably the best. I think he's close to 800 goals in our competition. That is that's a colossal accomplishment. That's a very good accomplishment. The way how he has maintained and sustained his longevity during this period, although he's getting older, is a good accomplishment, man. The goals that he scored, what he has done in his career, the critics that has been on his back, and he still has delivered, is very is a testament to his character. And to have this character in your squad, that is not a captain, by the way. He may have a say so in the dressing room, but he's not our captain, by the way, is very telling. And with this player in our squad, God knows what we would be what we would have been like if we didn't sign him back. Because he's taken Manchester United out of a few loopholes where we should have lost points or lost the game. Period. And having this guy in our squad is words can't do it justice just to describe how enthralled we are to have his services back at Manchester United. But anyway, Pep was saying that yes, he snubbed Manchester United, he's Man City for Manchester United, because he was looking for a centre forward in the summer, to replace Sergio Aguero. Oh, time out, stop right there. Sergio Aguero, I know I hate Manchester City, but Sergio Aguero is a striker that I admire so much because he's just a very good goal scorer, and he had a heart problem or a breathing problem in a game this week. I think it was in La Liga. Was it in La Liga? Or something to that effect. Yeah, so he's taken to the hospital. I just hope that he's fine, man, because last year in this month we lost Maradona, and I'm not saying Sergio Aguero is no Maradona, but to lose him in the same month that Maradona died, not going to be a good thing, is it? But anyway, in terms of the housekeeping news of Manchester United, the first piece of news we have right here is it says here that major blow, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer may face internal crisis, given the Manchester derby. Let me see what that is about. Oh, I just mentioned, you just heard me mention, and you guys know this already, that Varane has succumbed to an injury, so he's going to miss about 3 to 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. Now, this was one of the things that I had in the back of my head when we got Varane. Some of us knew that yes, Varane is a very good centre back. He's a world class centre back on his heyday. But given that he can be a world class centre back on his heyday, he has a few injuries in in his locker, and that could prevent him or prohibit him from, starting out of games, and he's out for 3 to 4 weeks, which means that either not Varane because he's injured, not Varane, man, I love Varane so much as a defender. That means either Victor Lindelof or Eric Bailly will slot into either the back three or into the back four as another centre back to partner up with the captain Harry Maguire. So that is that could be very costly, because Varane with his injury, to bring back Eric Bailly into the fold, man, and Eric Bailly, this is his first game in God knows how long, it could cause a few problems, because he's not one game is not going to make you match fit. You have to pick up some form. It's very continual. It's very you have to be on a consistent run of form to get in form. So one game is not going to cut the cake for Bailly to be this key figure who is starting on a daily basis. Yes, he played well. A few risky tackles in the Atalanta game, but still, to start him back into the Manchester derby is quite of a big risk. He's quite of a big risk. So, in my opinion, and I'm going to get into the starting 11 later, Lindelof should be starting for me, and I'll say why when I'm doing the starting. But so the Frenchman, that is Varane, because we have about 3 or 4 of them at Manchester United, is out with an injury, so he'll miss about 5 games collectively, which would give Phil Jones and Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof a start, a potential to actually play. My network adapters are messing up. Wow. Okay, it's loading. So yes, we have a few injuries. We have had a few injuries this season, and because we have a very big squad, Let us not get that misconstrued. We have a very big squad, players that can slot in, and slot in for another player. Man, did you see that Bruno Fernandes assist for Ronaldo? Wow. To have that composure just to lay it off into the penalty area. That takes some doing, man. Some persons would say, "Man, Bruno, go for the shot. Go for the shot. Why passing to Ronaldo? Go for the shot." That was a very good. As Jamaicans would, I think it's said in the football world. That was a good layoff. That was a good layoff to CR7 to slot it home. Okay, since the network adapters is back, let us go to the next piece of news. So yes, so first we have somewhat of an internal crisis in terms of the centre back choices, and this ex-Leon star reveals to Sir Alex Ferguson that what in terms of Paul Pogba, tells him something about Paul Pogba. Like, bro, what are you gonna tell to Sir Alex Ferguson that about Paul Pogba that Sir Alex Ferguson doesn't know about? You know what? Let me just come out of this. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. Okay, let us concentrate specifically on the Manchester derby. I want this to be finished by the 30th minute mark, which is where time out. Let me stop this. Someone has stated that Jadon Sancho. I'm not going to get into the specific detail. Whoa. Time out right there. Southgate explains why Jadon Sancho and Mason Greenwood missed out on I can understand if you left out Jadon Sancho. I can understand if you left out Jadon Sancho out of the England squad, but in no way, shape, or form you should be excusing Mason Greenwood from the dude. This dude, before Ronaldo came in, was arguably our best player. Getting goals, being crucial in our attacks. How are you going to leave out Mason Greenwood? You know what that's going to? And some persons know this already, so it's not really new to them. Some persons are getting the impression that Southgate is not a big cheerleader, Greenwood's biggest fan. That's what they're getting. So he said, Gareth Southgate says Jadon Sancho, Jesse Lingard, has missed out on a place in the England squad due to playing time. Here's the contradiction. If you remember, prior to the EuroLeague, this is the same manager that called up Marcus Rashford, that has succumbed to a major injury that season. Rashford was injured for most of the season, yet he was still playing. This dude called up Marcus Rashford, that was not in the best of form, into the England squad in the Euros. And now he's going to leave out Jadon Sancho, who is a crucial player. Yes, he didn't play as much in the Euros. That's beside the point. The point is that this dude brought an injured player in the England squad in the Euros and left out Jesse Lingard, who came back from injury at the dying seconds before the official England squad was closed, before it was called off. He was proved to be fit, but he didn't get called up. But now, My man is not bringing Mason Greenwood into the dude, and you're not bringing Jadon Sancho into the squad. Boy, I'm pretty sure you're bringing a few average players. I don't even need to check to see that you're bringing up average players, and I know you're bringing some average players into that England squad. But in terms of, okay, what he said, Greenwood meanwhile has been one of United has been overlooked, bro. When asked if Mason had turned When asked if Mason Green had turned down a call-up, Southgate replied, "We haven't discussed it this month. We met with him this month and totaled Anderson raise. We said last month with young players their pathway and load is different. He's at a massive football club with a massive expectation. He recognizes that it's part of making it." Bro, what? That don't make no sense. So basically, he just sends a bunch of bogus right here. So he's not making any sense in his comment. He didn't give a specific direct reason why he left out Mason Greenwood out of the squad. He's just trying to give a slick, beat around the bush comment in terms of why he has left out. Dude, I understand leaving out Jesse Lingard. I understand leaving out Jadon Sancho, although Jadon Sancho should still be called up anyway. But why are you leaving out Mason Greenwood? That is going to cement a thought in the England fans that not only do you not like this player, but you don't want this player to succeed on an international level for England. That's what he's telling me. And Mason Greenwood has been on form, has been consistently on form during this period. I'm not going to check that England call-up squad, but I can tell you that Sterling has been called up. Sterling has been called up. Sterling hasn't been at the races at all this season. He hasn't been started. Yes, he got a goal against Club Brugge in the Champions League yesterday. But if you're comparing Mason Greenwood with Sterling in terms of this season, bro, I know that Sterling is your boy, you that's your boy because he saved you in the semi-finals. He saved you. He saved you with a dive. So you ain't gonna leave him out of the squad. But why are you leaving out Mason Greenwood? Kane is not in the best of form now. Kane is not in the best of form now. Kane has at least 1 goal and 2 assists in his last 10 Premier League games, which might change under the guidance and managerial services of Antonio Conte. But as of right now, Mason Greenwood should have been called up for that England. Dude, nah, man. I didn't want to go on a long unnecessary digression, but Mason Greenwood, man, he should have been called up. I know that Saka is called up because it's a rivalry now. It's a rivalry between Saka and Mason Greenwood. People saying Mason Greenwood is not better than Saka. Saka is better than Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is just a left-footed striker that can only shoot, but in terms of the boots of Saka has much more to his game. Have you seen Mason Greenwood's overall display on the pitch? Mason Greenwood can create. Yes, he can score goals. Yes, he's a very good elite shooter. Maybe elite is a bit too much because he's still young. To say that you're an elite shooter means that you have gone through a long process of scoring out of goals from an elite position. No. Yeah, Mason Greenwood is very well endowed in a good amount. No, he's not the fastest player. I'll concede to that. Yes, he's not the best dribbler at pace. I'll concede to that. But still, bro, this dude, his overall display, his professionalism on the ball is not recognized enough. And yeah, man, just say that you don't like Mason Greenwood. That would ease a lot of England fans. Now, before I went on that unnecessary digression, some person are saying that Jadon Sancho, because of his lack of game time, he's going to be the second Danny Van de Beek. Speaking of that, my man Danny Van de Beek is at least he's getting some game time off the pitch at least. So that's something to be grateful for. His wife, he and his wife is gonna share the pregnancy of a new child. So yeah, at least he's getting some action. So he can't really complain about say, oh, I mean, I'm not getting no action on the field, but at least I'm getting some action off the field, right? Now, in terms of, bro, I'm not getting to the England call-ups. I don't want to say no England. Yes, Rashford is getting called up. Yes, Bellingham is called up. Yes, Sancho and Lingard and yeah, whatever. So, back to the Manchester derby. Manchester City is not vintage Manchester City. This is not the Manchester City of 2017 to 2019. This is a different Manchester City. This is a Manchester City that can cause harm but can harm themselves. The side has a lot of players that are not the same as they were in previous seasons and previous years. Kevin De Bruyne has been in the shadows for a good while now. Kevin De Bruyne is kind of getting there. He's getting washed up, at least in terms of form. But he's not in form right now. By the same token, great players are great players, whether they're in best form or not form. They can still cause harm, right? And given their squad depth, they can. Well, let me see if there is it. Are we going to be playing at the Etihad Stadium, or we're going to be playing at Old Trafford, our home stadium? Let me give me a check and let me just get it. Okay, so we're playing at home. On Wednesday, not Wednesday. Oh, we'll be playing on Saturday. Okay. Okay. So the Manchester City squad. Of course, I'm not in the squad to tell the tale, but as a random outlet observer, I can see that the squad is not the same as it was prior to previous seasons. Because again, bro, you're losing to Tottenham in the first game at home. You lost to Crystal Palace 2-0 at home. You've got knocked out of the cup that you have won for 3 seasons in a row. That's the sponge that I call the sponge cup, the Capital One Cup or the Carabao Cup. You have had a high degree of success in that cup, but the side that knocked you out said that your time was up, so they removed you out of that cup. So yes, they still have a good squad to cause harm. But we're at Old Trafford, man. We're at Old Trafford. The fans are back in the stadium, so we're going to have a full fiesta, full to the brim stadium that is going to be shouting, screaming from the Stratford end, and they're going to have that fan base is our fan base is going to create a good impact for us on the field. And given Man City's form in the Premier League, where is Man City in the Premier League? EPL table. Let me check because we are, I think we're in 4th place. Our Chelsea's on top. Liverpool, okay, Man City is in 3rd place actually. So I thought they were actually in 5th place or 6th. No, they're actually in 3rd place. So they have 20 points. West Ham is in 28th place. That's nice. We're in 5th place behind West Ham. We're on 17 points, and Man City is in 3rd place with 20 goals scored in the league, while we have 19 and we conceded 15. That's not good. That's not good for goal difference. We have positive 4 goal difference. So looking at the table right now, hold on. notification. Looking at the table right now, we are in a position to advance in the table. If we get a clean sheet, which is quite a big ask given Manchester United's defensive errors this season, if we get a clean sheet this season and we get a couple of goals, of course we're going to win if that scenario is true. But if we get a clean sheet and 2 goals and we advance in the table, that would be good. That would be very good, because we have to have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is on the ropes, where he needs a run of form to maintain his spot as manager for Manchester United. This last minute get a goal, Sir Alex Ferguson late minute winner or late minute equalizer, as a brother, I didn't watch his video, but I saw his notification on top of my phone screen and I wanted to watch the video. His YouTube channel is For the Fans, Manchester United. He's a Manchester United podcast host. So I'm giving him a free shout out. Check out his YouTube channel. He was basically saying that this form, I'm judging from his title of the video, he's saying that this form is not sustainable. I've been saying that for the longest time. You cannot be living off of scraps where you're scoring goals in the last minutes of the game and making this your main claim to fame. Bro, you need to have a style of play that you're playing in the 90 minutes. Do not be recounting on a 36-year-old player that's that is 2 miles shy of retirement. Do not make this dude. Yes, you can make him a main dude because he's just a great player. But in all accounts, do not rely on this player to cop us out of what's the word I'm looking for? Don't for the most part, don't count on this dude to cop us out of situations we're losing or drawing. We have a lot of quality players in our squad that can do damage. The reason why they're not doing damage, as I've mentioned so far this season, because we do not have an implemented symmetric style of play that we need to display and portray on the pitch. We are just playing individually. And the individual that's copying us out, as I've mentioned before, and you guys know this, is Cristiano Ronaldo. This is not a 26-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. This is not 2011. So we need to we need a lot of shareholders from other players to have their say so in not only winning us games but to allowing the benefit of the self play to benefit everybody. Something is a malip. If we're going to always be counting on players in the last minute to cop us out, it's not going to be sustainable, man. I mean, it is good for an adrenaline rush. It's good for an adrenaline rush because we don't know what is up. We don't know how this game is going to go. So to get a last minute winner or to get a last minute equalizer, yeah, it's good for drama, it's good for entertainment, but it's not sustainable, man. It's not. It just doesn't do justice for football, man. That is not what football is about. Man, football is about getting last minute winners, man. That's the real definition of football. No, it's not. No, it's not. And this is no disrespect to Sir Alex Ferguson policy of the last minute goal, man. But come on, man. We cannot make this our main claim to fame of getting last minute goals. Pep Guardiola, if his Manchester City side score first, he's not stupid enough. Pep Guardiola, despite being very conniving and deceitful, he's not a stupid manager. We all know this. He's not a stupid manager. So if Man City gets a goal up, if Man City gets a goal up, he's going to have this embedded thought in his mind to get another goal because he knows the resilience of Manchester United. This is a Manchester United that has the DNA of being resilient in adverse situations, coming from adversity. So he's going to want his squad to get a couple more goals. Getting one goal is not going to cut the cake if his Man City side scores first, especially in the first half. If they get a first goal in the first half, there is time to kill to get another goal. There is time to equalize. He knows this. So he's not naive or wet behind the ears about this. He's going to push his squad to get another goal. So the onus is on us to actually start on a positive note. If we start on a positive note, I'm not saying we have to not ball like Man City, because Man City will play us off the park in that aspect. But we have to be very tactful enough and professional to have implemented self-play, a consistent, beneficial self-play that benefits most of the players in the squad. Yes, there's going to be a few players that are not going to be feeling the self-play, and because of that, they're not going to feel the self-play. But either way, we need a self-play that benefits most of the players, if not all the players, if that's possible. At least have a self-play that you believe in. If the self-play is a 3 at the back, I'm all for that. If he believes this is a self-play, or the formation I should have said, that can bring him out of a place where his job is in jeopardy, his job is on the ropes. If he believes in that, go ahead and do that. Stay with that formation and go ahead. Bruno Fernandes in the hole with Cavani and CR7. For the better me, I don't think Jadon Sancho or Green will be starting in. But again, I'll be getting into that later on. So the Man City squad, yes, this is not the vintage Man City squad between 2017 to 2019, if not 2020. Either way, we have to be very cognizant that Man City has players that can still hurt us on the break. They can play us off the park if we give them an innumerable amount of space behind. Yes, we should be attacking at home. Yes, our centre backs should be in the centre circle at the half line. Yes, I get that. But we have to be very tactful when we're attacking. We have to have a master plan. Lips are dry. We have to have a master plan where we're going forward. Ooh, 37 minutes. I need to wrap up. I guess I have to spend some more minutes on this, because this is the derby, the Manchester derby. So this is a special occasion. So when we're moving forward, we need to have a style of play, a master plan. Whether it's a 3-5-2, whatever he's doing with the 3-5-2 is another discussion. But if he's gonna stick with that formation and move forward, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So, with that piece of information portrayed from my mouth, let us get into the starting 11. And of course, if you've watched up to this point, please like and subscribe to the channel and leave your comment in the comment section. Leave your say so, whether you believe otherwise, or if you disagree with me. Please, leave your comments in the comment section and like and subscribe. My starting 11 is this. David here got his second clean sheet of the season. It's November. So that's enough. That's more than enough to say. So David here as the starting goalkeeper. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wait. Yes, I'm going with the 3 at the back. Yes, I believe he's going to continue it. Because, why not? Because he got some form against Tottenham. And it has proved dividends, at least after Verona has gotten injured and you revert back to the 4 at the back. So why not stick with the 3 at the back? Wan-Bissaka as the right wing back. Eric Bailly as the right centre back. In the centre of the centre back, as I would call the eye of the 5 back, the back 5, the eye of the back 5, as if it's a storm, right? Is Victor Lindelof, because of his passing range, and I would have as the left centre back Harry Maguire. And as left wing back, I would have Luke Shaw. In midfield, Pogba is still suspended in the Premier League. I'm going with Scott McTominay and Fred. Scott McTominay and Fred. And as the number 10, of course, is Bruno Fernandes. Cristiano Cristiano Ronaldo. I had a tongue twister right there, so. Cristiano Ronaldo and Edison Cavani will be starting. For the best of me, I don't see Cavani getting dropped. Getting dropped because it has shown that Cavani and Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know if this is due to experience, but they have a chemistry together up top. Yes, they have a chemistry up top. So having these two seasoned veteran players that are on the fringe on the fringes of being into retirement, two strikers that maybe they may have passed their best, but they can still do their best in the squad. These are two strikers that can still cause damage. Cavani can still net goals, and CR7 definitely can still net goals. So having these two strikers up top in the Premier League, yeah. But in terms of in terms of Mason Greenwood and Jadon Sancho being dropped, I believe if we get a goal and probably 2 goals and it's the second half, then I think he's going to revert back to the 4 at the back and put on Mason Greenwood or bring on Jadon Sancho just to mix it up a bit. So that's my starting 11. Again, let me repeat: David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Fred, the Fred midfield, Bruno Fernandes as the number 10 in the hole, CR7 as a striker, Cavani as a striker. Am I missing out somebody? Luke Shaw as a left wing back. Yeah, I knew that I was missing out because I mentioned 10 players and it's 11 players playing a squad in the starting 11. I should have said. So yeah, Luke Shaw the left wing back. Leave your starting 11s down below, please. Leave your comments down below. Your starting 11s down below. Comments down below. My prediction. This is quite my prediction. I'm going to predict, I believe this is going to be a draw for some reason. And this is not being very pessimistic or me trying to create a negative cloud over the Manchester derby from the perspective of Manchester United. But Manchester United, you can never tell what trick is up Manchester United's sleeve. You don't know what Manchester United can do in their next game. So for me personally, of course, leave your predictions down below. For me personally, I'm going with a 2-2. Yep, I'm going with a 2-2 draw in the Manchester derby. 2-2 draw. Same score we got against Atalanta in the Champions League fixture. Comments down below and I'll shout you guys. Yes, I'm going to be doing a post-match reaction on Saturday night. Yeah, I'll be doing that. What's that? Oh, okay. Computer is acting up. Yeah, so leave your comments down below in the comment section and I'll show you guys something is okay. I thought my computer was having problems. Yeah, leave your comments down below and I'll show you guys in the post-match reaction. Peace.